Hey guys, it's Daps here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to share another video with you as usual. And in this video, I want to walk you through step by step how to migrate an existing WordPress website, your domain name, and even also your emails from whatever hosting you are to Hostingers. There are so many reasons why you may want to consider migrating or away from your current hosting. It could be from poor services, poor server resources, to high renewal fees, or whatever the reason is. I've got you covered in this tutorial. I will be walking you through how you can migrate from that hosting to Hostinger. Hostinger is the best budget-friendly hosting out there right now in the market. They've got good server resources, servers built on light speed. They've also got fantastic renewal fees. I would always recommend Hostinger to people who are starting up, people who do not have a blog or a website that attract tons and tons of traffic. So without further ado, if you're excited about this, let's get started into the tutorials immediately. For the purpose of this example, on my screen you have a WordPress website that I would be using. I will be migrating this website, also the domain name, and also our existing emails from my current hosting here to Hostinger. So this WordPress website is currently hosted with ipage.com, so we'll be migrating. It doesn't really matter what hosting you're using currently, it's still the same process. You can follow me through, you'll see exactly how to get this done. So the first thing we want to do is for us to go to our current website and then take a backup of that website before we start anything. So that's the first thing. We need the help of a plugin to just take a backup of our website, and this is what we will use to restore back that website. So we can come to plugins, we can come to add new. There's a plugin we'll be using, it's called WP Vivid. Fantastic plugin. It's a free plugin, but it does all the magic we need. So let's search for this plugin, WP Vivid. So let's install this and then activate it as well. Once this plugin is activated, we are already launched into the plugin here, and we can see this button here, backup now button here, very massive here. That's everything we want to do. So we want to click this button here to take a backup of our website. So by default here, database and files will be ticked. Make sure that this remains the same. So super simple, super easy. Our backup is done. We have this completed. So we can scroll down now, and then we can see a place here for our backup. What we want to do right now is for us to download our backup into our computer so that we can save this backup locally. So, and to do that is very simple. We can just easily come down to downloads here. We'll see our backup file here. Most times, definitely it is always the name of your domain.com, then underscore, then WPVV, then the file. Sometimes if the files are heavy, it may be broken down into different, maybe file 1, file 2, file 3, like that, or zip 1, zip 2, zip 3, in that sense. So just because this website is very light, so we have everything back up into one. I'm just telling you this so that you know that sometimes you may have like 3-4 files to download depending on how heavy your website files are. So now what I would do is just hit the download button, and then I would have this downloaded. So now I have this pop-up here. I will just hit save now. First step is done. Our backup for our website has been done, and then we are downloading this into our computer. The next thing we want to do right now also is to go check for our emails and then also take a backup of our emails. It doesn't really matter what hosting you're using, whether your hosting company is using the conventional cPanel or a custom cPanel like this, is the same process. You just need to locate where your emails are stored. In my own case here, I can just come to my email here and come to standard. Here I can see the list of the emails registered. In my case, I've gotten more results and more trust using a third-party application like Outlook to take a backup of our emails. I've already integrated some of the emails here into my Outlook. So as you can see, I have inquiries. I have like 3 of them. I'll show you how you can add your email to Outlook and then how you can take a backup of it. Let's come back here. So for the purpose of this example, let's just try to play with this one here, Stella. So I'll copy this. But basically, your hosting services will give you provision to how you can integrate their platform with a third-party application. So you need to check out for that. So for my own here, if I click this, if I come to client setup, so I have a place here, desktop definitely, and then this mail client here, this is Apple Mail, so I'll change this to Outlook 2016 or whatever it is. So now I have the instruction here on how I can integrate this with a third-party client. So now I have my IMAP, but basically what we just need is just our IMAP incoming server and our outgoing mail server SMTP. So we need to just know what to put in there and also the port. So in this case here, incoming server IMAP 993, outgoing server SMTP 465. So that's the port. So in case you can't find this, you can reach out to your hosting support for them to provide you with these details. Now to add our emails to Outlook, I can just hit the file button here, and then I have a place here to add account. Now I will paste my email account here, which is Stella, but I will go for the advanced option here, which lets me set up my account manually. So I'll hit the connect button. So it will ask me what type of email. So basically we're going to choose IMAP, and then I will put the password of my email. All right, so then I can hit the connect button. So I'll get this notification. That's fantastic. And then now I can come to change account setup. Most hosting accounts will make your incoming server imap.yourdomain.com, but in my own case here is ipage.com. So I'll come back here as well to copy smtp.ipage.com. But in my case here, I can't just choose this should be 425, and this should also be SSL and TSL, and this should be 993. So that's it. Oh, sorry, this should be 465 and not 425. All right, so we can then hit the next button, and then our password is there, and then we can hit the connect button. So you can see account successfully added, and that's everything we need to do. We can hit done. There is a sync going on right now, so you can see my emails are popping up. So emails right now will sync with Outlook. So right now I can start managing my emails from Outlook here. I can send emails directly here. I can receive emails here, and this is how easy it is. The reason why we are adding this up is because we want to back up these emails here. So for us to be able to do that, we can also say come back to files, and then we can come to open and export, and then we can come to import and export, and there'll be a pop-up here. This is saying import. So right now we're not importing, we're trying to export. So we are going to click export to a file, and then we'll click next, and then we are going to choose Outlook data file, and we're going to go next, and then we now have to choose which email we want to take a backup. So for example, if you want to take a backup of your inbox alone, maybe you don't have anything in your outbox, or you can open up this inbox. We want to take a backup of just inbox. You don't have anything in our spam or trash or outbox or sent. Like right now, you can see that there is no sent here because I have not sent any emails out with that email. So you can specify the folder you want to back up, but most times I will just advise that you take a backup of everything, and that will just mean that you click the email directly here. You can just close this and just click the email here, and that's it. We can just come to next, and we can choose we can browse a location where we want to save our backup emails. So in my case here, I can just come to document. I may want to save this in my document, and I can just call this Stella. I can come to document directly and then save this, and that's it. So here the option we have here is to replace duplicate with items exported. That's fantastic. I leave that as is, but this is self-explanatory. I'm not sure if you have a problem with this. You can also allow duplicate items to be created. That means if you are taking concurrent backup, so I may have a folder where I run backups for all my emails. So imagine I've taken a backup before and I'm trying to back this up again. I will just say do not export duplicate items at all. I may want to leave duplicate emails, depending as your choice, or replace duplicate one with new items exported from here, which is fine. So let's just hit the finish button, and you may want to put a password to this email so that anybody cannot just jump on that file from your computer and use it anywhere. So just for security reasons, but for the purpose of this example, I will leave this without a password, and I will hit OK. And that's literally everything we need to do. Our backup has been stored. So you can go to your document right now and check out for the backup file for this email. So right now in my backup, so you can see this is the email here. So you can see Outlook data file. So I have this saved, and that's it. Our backup of our email has been done. So the next thing we want to do right now, since we have our website backup and we have emails backup, the next thing we want to do right now is to set up Hostinger, which is our new server, so that we can restore our website and restore our emails. So right now this is hostinger.com. You can check this video description for you to see a link to go to Hostinger. That's an affiliate link. I will get a certain commission if you buy through my link. I will appreciate if you can support me that way. In case you don't have your Hostinger account set up, let me walk you through the process of you setting up your Hostinger account in just some few easy steps. So that's it. Once you hit my affiliate link there, you will see that you have option for up to 75% off. I also have my coupon code in the description below. It is called Daps. It will give you amazing further discount. So let me show you exactly how to get this done. So once you are here, just hit the claim deal button. It will bring you down here for you to choose a web hosting plan. I always recommend people go for the premium at the barest minimum because it allows you to upload up to 100 websites. In case you're sure that you just have only one website you want to use, you are never going to want to add more websites. In that case, you can just come to their hosting and then come to web hosting. So we can just claim deal as well. So you can see now this is for singles. So you can see that this starts from 1.99 and you can see that this will give you access to just one website. But the not too good thing about it again is that you have access to just one email account, which may not be good for you in case you have multiple emails set up in your previous hosting account. So that's why I would advise you to go for the premium plan at the barest minimum because it gives you up to 100 websites and you have unlimited bandwidth, unlimited free email, unlimited free SSL in that sense. So this gives you more server resources. So right now, for the purpose of this example, I will be working with this. I'll add this to cart. And then here you have the option for you to choose a period, the duration for your hosting. I also advise my client to go for the 48 months plan if they can. And the reason why I do so is because of your renewal fees. You can see that 48 months plan, first off, will give you 2 months free. You renew at 6.99. But here, if you're investing in 24 months plan, even though it's 2.99, you won't have access to 3 months, and then it renews at 7.99. And also for 12 months, you can see that this also renews at 9.99. And this is Hostinger saying that we reward people who invest in us in a long term. I would not mention the monthly plan because in my opinion, it's a ripoff, paying 11.99 every month for you to use Hostinger. So I would rather stick with a 2.99 for a 48 months plan. And if I scroll down here, you can see that I have the option. You can see that instead of me paying $575.52, I am paying $143.52. Again, I can still add my coupon code like I mentioned earlier, and that's called Daps, and I can hit apply. And you can see that now we have $129.17. So this for a 50 months plan for me is worth the investment. So you can see this is now 2.69 as against 2.99. So you can choose whatever plan works for you. What you have to do here is to put your email account and then choose a preferred payment gateway and then make a payment. So I'll pause this video here and I will continue at the other side. Once you've made a successful payment, you should get to an interface like this where you can start now. So you can check your email, you should get emails welcoming you on board and all of those things. And before now, you should also get a prompt that tells you to create a password. So you should have created a password. So let's hit the start now button. If you want to give them answer, that's fine, but I can just easily skip this. Now, do you want to create or migrate a website? Ideally, we are trying to migrate our website. We should be going for the migrate option, but that's a long process. I want us to go through the route of creating a new website, and you will see that this is super fast. This is the fastest way you can have this done. So definitely, yes, we are sticking with WordPress. So here I have my admin email here. I already set a password, so make sure you do so too for your WordPress. So right now, once you do this, let's hit the continue button. And then for plugin, let's keep all of this. Let's also skip this. Here you can claim a free domain, you can buy a domain or use existing domain. So you can claim a free domain if you are trying to create a new account, but since we are just trying to migrate our website, we can't use that option. But we are not buying a domain because we already have our domain. So we'll use an existing one, and then I'll type in this domain. So but before we continue here, there's something we need to do. We will need to change our name servers for our domain to be pointed accurately to Hostinger. So before we continue, because Hostinger will ask us to do that eventually, but we can't just come back here. And let's close this. Okay, right now, yeah, so we can then come to our DNS and name servers. For you, if you're using the conventional cPanel, you can just search for name servers or go to your domain area. You should be able to see where to change your name server. If you don't know where to find it, you can ask your support. They should be able to assist you to change your name server. So we have to do this first. Eventually, we are still going to migrate the domain away from here, but that will take time, so we don't want to do that now. We want to do that after we have set up the website so that we don't have a downtime. So right now we are going to change this name server. So I can just edit this, and then I'll be using iPage name servers. So that is ns1.dns-packing.com. So that is the first name server. We'll update this, and also the second one, edit, and then I would change this now to So the second one now will be ns2.dns-packing.com. So I will update this name server. So you can see our name servers now for our domain has been updated. Some people will still be able to see our old website. Some may not be able to see, and sometimes this may take some time. It may take some minutes for this to propagate. So you want to have that at the back of your mind. We can then hit the continue button. And you can see now that Hostinger now has been able to see that our existing name servers has been this. I had to wait a while for about 2-3 minutes for this to propagate, and this is now working. If I had not made that change, Hostinger here would have told us that our domain is still pointing to iPage, then we should change it to this. That's just a tip. I think you should do that. As a matter of fact, as early as when you're about to register your account, change the name server so that it can be propagating ahead of time. It's the same name server as ns1.dns-packing.com, because sometimes it can take 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, depending to how that propagated. But it's still propagating all around the world. But at least right now, Hostinger can pick this up that is pointing to their server. So let's hit the continue button, and this is where you need to choose your server location. I can change this from North America. I would just rather want to choose a place around Europe in United Kingdom. That's closest to where I am and where my visitors are coming from. I always advise people to choose a server location closest to be where people will be visiting your website, where you'll be getting your website traffic. So if you're in the US, you are getting traffic from Europe, put your server location in Europe. That's simple. So something I believe that is straightforward for you to understand. So we can change this, and then we can finish setup. So right now we have to give this some few seconds. Hostinger is trying to publish our WordPress website. So this is 50% gone, 52. So in another 1 minute, this will be done. So let's wait. You are almost there. You can connect your domain. We have done that already. We can edit our website. You can go directly to our website, but that is not what we are going to be doing right now. Let's just go to our control panel. I like to check things first to see that everything is in place before I continue. First off, come to security and then check our SSL to see that SSL has been installed correctly. So fantastic. So we can see this has been installed. Sometimes it might fail, sometimes it might still be installing. You want to wait to ensure that this has been installed. So once this is installed, then we can come back to our dashboard. That's okay. So now we can continue with our website. So I'll close this up. Now let's launch our website. So unfortunately, you can still see my old website is still popping up because this is saved in my browser, and cache and cookies, all of these things are working. So in most cases, I would advise that you clear your browser cache, or you even change your browser entirely for you to be able to see your new WordPress website. and sometimes the domain may not yet be propagated around your environment. So maybe sometimes you use VPN, so I just want to go and use a tool called DNS checker, and then I type Nameservers for mobile.com, and then I do a search. So you can see this is propagating here all around the world. So in most locations all around the world, the domain name is propagating to Hostinga already. But for the purpose of this example, let me just hit the edit website. This should take me to the back end of the website directly. That's a trick without trying to log in. So I might be able to just get access to my back end. All right, so that's good. So you can see we have a new WordPress here, but the thing is I might still be getting the old one if I try to visit this. Let me see. So it's still taking me back to the old website. But if I open this up right now in another browser, this is incognito mode already. Open new window, and then I just paste this, and let's see. So you can see here on the same Chrome, in just a new window, I have my new WordPress website. So this one right now is pointing to Hostinga, so we can close this, and then we are back here. So what I want to do is to come to the plugins. Let's come to all the installed plugins. I would literally be deactivating all of this. We don't need them. I'll also click every of them, and then I'll hit the delete button here and apply. Yes, I want to delete everything. So let's add a new plugin, which is WP Vivid, and then we can install this plugin back. We can also activate this plugin. So right now what we want to do is to come and do the upload button, not a backup anymore. And now we have the option here to drag our backup into this. I can come here and just drag my download here, and then you can see I have this here. I can just hit the upload button. So this would now be uploading backup back to WordPress. This may take time depending on how heavy, like I told you. In your case, you may have 2-3 zip files that you want to put in here, and also depending on your internet strength. My internet strength right now may not be as very good, so it may take time. So you can say this is continuous, so you want to give this some time for this to finish up. So that's it for this. So right now we can go back to our emails, and let's start creating our emails. So coming back here, we can just easily, we can come to our emails. So you can see here now it says that emails are setup not finished. It's saying that our DNS is not configured yet. So you can see it may take time for this to also work, for this to finish up. You need to give this some time to as well, for Hostinga to pick up all the MX record and every of the records. Then we can come to manage. Here, let's come to Titan free email. So let's select the free one. So now we need to create our emails. So now let's come back here, and then let's come back to our emails for us to be able to create every of this email. I'll copy inquiries, and then I'll come back. So let's close this. So I'll come here, I will do inquiries. I'll also do my password, and then I will have to select a recovery email here, and then I'll create new account. So you can see this has been created. So this is how we're going to do this for every of the emails. So I'll pause this. I will add every of the emails, 6 of them, to my account, one after the other. So I can hit done button now, and then I will create a new one. So yeah, I'll see you when I'm done. All right, so now I'm done with the final one, and then I hit done. So you can see we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the emails here are already created, and this is super beautiful. Just in case you get warning that your emails are not set up correctly, your domain is not set up correctly, you need to add more to your verification or create SPF details, or all of those notifications you get, just give it time. It's still the domain trying to propagate, so you may have issues like that. I'm trying to let you know ahead of time. So I trust third-party applications sincerely, like I told you. So I already use Outlook to take a backup for every of the emails here. I'll also show you the Hostinga default email recovery tool, and you can see that this worked too as well. but I have not get the best results when I have bulky emails. I have email account with maybe 1,000 email box there, so it doesn't import them at once. I've noticed that, so I may have to do it maybe 2 or 3 times. So that's why I prefer to use Outlook. Outlook will do the magic for us, like you would see now. But let me show you this. That might work for you too as well. So we can just hit our emails, and then we can manage this. So you can see here, just like the same thing I'm telling you, your email's reputation is currently poor. Add SPF and DKIM record. So this is just my email trying to propagate. This would clear off eventually, so you don't need to worry about this since you have pointed your domain to Hostinger. So Hostinger takes care of the DNS records. They have a tool here called import email data. So let's open this up. So we can just easily scroll down here and come to import a mailbox, and then we have the option here just like our iPage gave us earlier. So we can come right now. For example, let's come to Stella, for example, stella@omobomb.com. Let's try to use this. If we come now here and come to client setup like we saw earlier, let's just put this at Outlook. So it's still the same process. But right now you can see we have IMAP. So our incoming mail server is IMAP, and then our outgoing is smtp.ipage, and this is imap.ipage. So I can copy this, and then I can come back here and I can paste that here. So remote email address, so that is Stella. So for the password, so you can see now, because I put this here, it can find a corresponding email here that is already set up to Titan. So that's it. So an alternate email address for notification, I can just put my random email here. So that's it. I can hit the submit button. All right, so you can see that says import completed successfully. We'll check that, but let's still add all the emails that I have here that don't have much details. So now that we have these 3 emails added, so we can literally just come back to our home, and then we can come to email accounts. So for Stella right now, we can click this here and hit access email. And then you can see I have my email here, and then I can do my password, and then I can log into this. So you can see I have the emails that were previously in my iPage emails here. So 1, 2, 3. So this was dated 16th October 2022, 2022, and then September 14th today that I try to add this to my Microsoft Outlook. So you can see how we easily did the backup from iPage to Hostinger. That's how this works, guys. So now we have been able to back up 3 of our emails. So we have 3 more. So I will just do one to show you exactly how to restore your backup with Outlook. Before we go back to Outlook, let's come back to our WordPress. So we have our backup here already uploaded. So what we want to do now to restore our website back is for us to hit the restore button, and then we can also hit the restore button and then hit the OK button, and then our WordPress website will start restoring. So the backup website will restore back into the new, and that's quite fantastic. So once you're doing this, I advise you leave this window open so that it will not trigger some error that has been written here. Please do not close this page or switch to other pages while this task is running. That's very, very, very important. So let's give this some time. This is already 70% ready, so we give this some time to just finish up. All right, so you can see restore completed successful. This was done in less than 1 minute. Trust me, and automatically this should log me out of my website. Now I need to use my old password now to access the backend of our website. So as you can see, we already have our old website back here, my theme set up, everything set up. So now we are done with the backup and restore of our WordPress. Let's go finish up our emails. I have taken a backup of these emails already. So just like I showed you how to do with Stella here as an example earlier. So what I will do right now, so that I won't complicate things for you, I think I should just delete all these emails as you remove them from Outlook. So yeah, let's remove all of them. So by right clicking the emails, you should have the option. So like this right now, if I right click, I can remove this and then yes. And also Stella, let's remove this too as well. Yes, so that's it. So I only have my Gmail here set up. So for me right now to be able to restore back with the backup that I've taken, so let's just experiment with inquiries. I would come back here and copy this email, and then I'll open up my Outlook, and then I'll come to files. I would come to add account. So let's add this. I would add the email. So let's add it back so that you see exactly how this works. And then this time around, I will have to change my details from, because before it was iPage, now it should now be Hostinger. So let me set this up manually. So I'll hit the connect button, and then I'll choose IMAP, and then I'll have to put my password. See, as usual, this error, and that's fantastic. So now let's come to change. And here we'll need to put our details now linking to Hostinger. So now we can come to our configuration desktop app. So from there we should be able to have details. So configuring via IMAP. So now this is our incoming server, and this is our outgoing server. So just like iPage is the same thing, port 993 and 465. So we can just copy this imap.titan.email, then smtp.titan.email. So I'll open up this. So I'll paste this here. So now I can switch this to ssl.tsl, and then I can change this to 993. And for this, I can change this to SSL and TSL. I can change this to 465, and then I need to update this. So let's come back here, and then let's copy this SMTP. So that's it, and we paste that here. All right, so we hit the next button, yes, and we connect to Outlook. All right, so you can see we can add more emails as usual, but I don't want to waste time. This video is getting extremely long, so I won't be adding other emails, but I'll show you how to add one here, so you can repeat the process for every of the emails that you have. And then I can just hit done button. So right now you can see now we have inquiries at omobomb.com here sent, and we have all these things are trying to sync. So there is nothing in that email since we've not been able to restore our backup. So what we can do to restore our backup is for us to come to files here. We come to open and export. We come to open and export here as well. So now, yes, import from another program or file. We say yes. So we go to next. And then we now select our Outlook data file, and then we hit next. And then we browse. So from here, now this is where I have my backups for every of the emails. So this is inquiries. I can't just go with inquiries. And then I'll open this up. Do you want to replace duplicate with items? So I will leave this as is, and then I'll hit next. And then I will see, you can see here that I now have inquiries at Omobomb here. It's been able to link this up with this. So I will leave this as is. I'll hit my finish button, and that's literally everything we need to do to restore our backup. So you can see importing inbox. So we have to give this some time, some few more seconds to finish up. So you can see that our backup right now has been imported back into Outlook. So I can literally start sending emails right now. I have all my backup, I have all my emails here. Right now, if you check down here, you see a place here say synchronizing inbox. So you can tell that this email is still trying to sync. This email right now would be syncing with our Titan email. You may not get all of them immediately, but you have to give this some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on how heavy your emails are. So let's close Outlook. Let's come back to our emails here. So this is inquiries here. So let's just try to access this webmail, and of course we can put our password. Okay, so you can see we already have 8 emails already here synced. So you can see I've got lots of emails here already, but it's still syncing. You can tell because now you have 8 here, but there in Outlook we have 302 unread emails. So those are just unread emails. So the emails are much, it could be in thousands. So this thing is syncing. So like I said, give this some time, it will sync. So you can see how literally it is for you to back up and restore your emails using Outlook and also using Hostinger email recovery tool. Final thing for us to do is for us to migrate our domain name from wherever it is to Hostinger. I know some people prefer to have both their emails and their website all together in one platform. So this is it. So you can see this is still ongoing. I can just literally just close. I don't want to set this up right now, so I can literally just close this. In my case here in iPage, I can see a place here for transfers. In case you can't find yours, what you need to do is to reach out to your to customer support or just search online how to transfer my domain from your current domain registrar. So what you want to do first is to make sure that you have unlocked your domain. That's extremely very important. And then you can come down here. You need to request an root code. For some people it is called EPP code. Whatever code it is called doesn't really matter. I don't even know what it means. So you have to just come down here and then hit the root code. Immediately you should go to your admin email to find that code, and that's what you need to do here. Once you are done here, you can then come back to Hostinger, and if you come to Hostinger, you can come basically to domains. So when you are here in domains, so you see an option here for you to transfer an existing domain. So you have to click this. The domain requirement, so the domain must have been 60 days or must have passed 60 days. Requirement is standard everywhere. It's not just hosting, guys, everywhere. So you need to unlock your domain like I told you earlier, and you need to have your authorization code like we have already requested. So now I would have to type in the domain here .com. So you can see it is just 8.99, and then hit the transfer button, and then you can see ready for transfer. So I can just hit the purchase button. So finally, I'm just paying about $9.17 for me to transfer this domain. And note that if you are transferring this domain, it will renew an extra year. So if the domain is even expiring next year, maybe 2025, it will renew it one more year. So it will be 2026 or 2026 year. So it works that way. So it's a win-win for you. So this is like you adding another extra year. So this is not just Hostinger just charging you. They are renewing for you for one more year. So that's it. So once you are done here, I have my payment. I have my card here, so I can just complete this payment, and this is processing. I need to put personal details here, so I will pause this and then I will continue later. Okay, so now I've been able to put my personal details here, primary and contact details. So the next place is for us now to put our domain transfer details. So you see our EPP code or authorization code, we have to put that here. So you have to go to your email and copy that code and then paste that here. So right now I will paste mine here. So use Hostinger name server and DNS record. This is the best. So I will leave this as is, and then I will transfer this domain. So you can see omobom.com domain transfer started. So you can see you are almost there. Your domain transfer will take up to 5 to 7 business days to complete. You can check the process in your domain list. I believe this is super simple and easy to do, maybe a little bit long in case you have a lot of emails to back up. Maybe your website files are heavy, taking time to back up, but I would recommend that you start this process when people are not visiting your website, perhaps maybe anywhere around the midnight. So in just some few hours, you are able to do all of this, migrate your domains, your emails and everything, pack them up, migrate them to Hostinger, and the next morning it literally look like nothing happened. I don't know which hosting platform you are using right now, so there is no way I can customize this tutorial to fit every hosting account. So if you have any issues along the way getting all the details I've mentioned here, reach out to your hosting support. You can also search that details. You should be able to find information online that would help you. So you can also ask me in the comment section. I should be able to help you. I've worked with a lot of hosting accounts, so I should be able to help you. That's my time for this tutorial. I would see you in another one. Make sure to like this video and make sure to subscribe to see more awesome videos from me. So I'll see you in another one, and until then, have a nice time. Bye for now.